The first year that Ronan was born was hard because Meredith went back to work. My wife went back to work, and so I bought a treadmill for our living room of our basically one bedroom apartment in Boston. So much to my wife's dismay, that the treadmill was the focal point of our living room,
not the baby's crib.
No, but I was running about 80 miles a week on my treadmill in my living room with Ronan just sitting there. But it did teach me a lot. Obviously, having a child teaches you a lot in every regard. But as an athlete, it taught me a lot because, you know, if a day was supposed to be an easy 8 miles in the morning and an easy 4 miles in the afternoon, it was kind of recovery day to get ready for a workout the next day. And I would feed Ronan, put him down for a nap, and the noise of the treadmill, the repetitive noise of the treadmill would normally keep him asleep. Some days it wouldn't, and so he'd wake up and I'm like, okay, well, try and get back to sleep, and he wouldn't, and I'm like, okay, my morning run is shot.
Done.
So instead of having my morning run done and only needing the afternoon run done when my wife got home from work, I would need to do 10 or 11 miles in the evening on the treadmill. And fortunately, the old couple that lived underneath us were pretty understanding of the
treadmill,
footsteps on the treadmill pounding, knocking dust from their ceiling, I'm sure, for an hour and 10 minutes. But that was just kind of the way it went. And on track days, I would take Ronan with me to we would use the Harvard indoor track, and I would take him with me to the track. And some days he would fall asleep in the car and sleep the whole time. And then I would feed him a bottle before weights, and then go straight to weights, and he would sit there with his bottle and drink his water, his milk, or some days he would scream and scream and scream and scream. I mean, one day he would not be quiet. I was through the first rep. It was just me and him at the track. The rest of my group was away on a training camp that I had opted out of because of Ronan. And he was screaming bloody murder. And so the janitor of the track actually came out and said, do you need me to like push him around or hold him or anything? And normally my initial response would be like, nah mate, you're good, I've never even seen you before. But I'm thinking like, okay, this indoor track's 200 meters around, like I can pretty much see him the whole time, and I'm pretty fast, so I can catch him if need be. And so I'm like, if you wouldn't mind, mate, that would be great. And he was probably 65, Jamaican guy. And he was like, no problem. And he just sat there and talked to him and bounced him around for the next 45 minutes while I'm tearing around the track. And I was like, thank you so much. Like,
same again tomorrow.
See you on Friday, will you? And it's funny. I mean, you know, I never thought that I would do that. And if somebody had said to me that they did that with their child, I'd been like, you're daft, mate, you're crazy. But
what did Meredith think when you said that?
I'm not sure if I told her immediately. I'm not sure if I told her right away. But normally my coach would hold him if he was crying. But when they were gone, I had to make do. But
that's hilarious.
Crazy times.
Yeah.